This is August 11th, 2025 at 7:02. We'll bring this meeting to order. First order of business, previous minutes.
I'll make the motion. We accept the minutes as mailed out to us with the changes.
I'll second that motion.
Motion's been made and seconded. Any further discussion? I take that to be a no. So all those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? So moved. 3 to abstain.
One absent.
Mr. Jamison.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Is your mic on, Tom?
It is on,
Thank you, sir.
or at least the light's on. Not too much for me this evening. One clarification. There was on the town expenses, there was a legal ZBA hearing that currently I had thrown under because it was on the warrant that way as zoning expense. But I'm thinking it maybe should be under legal because, all right. So you'll notice on this report, it'll be corrected for the next one. Your zoning expense is like 1,200% over budget, but legal has an opening for that amount. So I'll move it there for the next one.
Thank you, sir.
And one minor thing where you might, if you look, you might see that we received money for the town, shows up on the town one, but it came in July and we sent it out August 1st. So it'll show up on the road report next time around. It's a state aid money that we receive it into the town account and then just transfer it to the road.
There should be some grant money coming in.
I've not seen that yet. Just saw this is like the quarter, whatever that.
Been applied for and approved and said it was in processing and that.
Is that Brigham or was that anything in particular?
That one is for the planning commission. And the new town
roughly
plan.
what amount?
$6,900, I believe.
Okay. I'll let you know. Or I'll send you an email if it shows up on the state payment site or anything.
Tom, is the town hall repair fund correct?
This is correct.
65,600.
The date as of the end of July.
Thank you. And then have we received, I don't know if we have from MERP, have we received the payment against what we submitted
Not
yet?
received any money.
Thank you. Couldn't think of the term I want to use there, but okay.
Not received any money.
Oh, and the grants I've dealt with you'll have to request that.
We did.
Okay.
Well, we submit the report, so we can't get the funds back until you submit the reports and then they refund or give you the money back, whatever way you want to call it. And I did that several weeks ago.
So I think the only thing that was on the report was like $186 for the greens.
Right. That was just, it was
Whatever else you
nickel dime.
submitted.
It's nickel's dime. So we should be getting the greens ace and then of course the hours the team did to put it in.
Right. So
I submitted
nothing,
both of
nothing
them.
shown up yet, but I'll look for that. one.
$100. It's not gonna,
Yeah.
maybe $1,000 total if that. It's not like we're gonna retire on it here.
So property tax bills, because people are already calling, wondering when their property tax bill is going to be out.
October 1st.
Couple things, there were some technical issues with calculating property taxes where I could not get in to do it initially. They had updated some things in Nemrick and I was locked out from doing that, but Tammy lended me her password, which allowed me to go in and change my own permissions so that I could become more acceptable to the system to calculate those. Which led into another thing where I still couldn't calculate them without doing a live update to Nemrick, which I won't give you the 10-minute version of this, but the live update failed in the middle of it, left Nemrick totally non-functional to everybody, which did not improve the situation at all. And then over a couple days back and forth with Nemrick and John, just asking him about the network here, permissions, it was just a weird Nemrick issue that finally got resolved. So I'll cut it off there unless you really want to know the files and the firewall and all the nitty gritty of it. Yeah, I would gladly sit over coffee and share that with you sometime. So it's resolved. They're all calculated, haven't printed them yet, but they're going out in the next couple days. Should be in the mail and have all envelopes this year, I think, to stuff them last year. I had to scramble for stamps and envelopes. And just one quick thing, because I know sometimes people ask, I pulled out a bill from last year, a couple bills for homestead last year, where a property bill that had a $5,000 tax last year, homestead, went up about $150. So with some quick math, I think it was about $30 increase per 1,000 grand list value was the ballpark. I mean, that's not exact pennies, but that's kind of roughly, the education went down a little bit, municipal rate went up, which you could see from all the stuff you signed off on anyway. And the net effect was that. So if that makes sense, like for every $1,000 of value, it looked like tax bill went up about $30. So just kind of an FYI, but it made me feel like maybe I had run the calculation correctly. It was close enough.
Thank you.
That's a joke. If anybody's listening, the treasurer doesn't say close enough unless it's a joke, but, right. And finally, we thought John wasn't here last time, but the last page of that little bundle I gave you, I put together just a quick announcement for the online payments. And
Yep.
John wanted some additional legal language. I think this one is really just, since I'm sending the tax bills out, just wanted to announce that this was going to be there for people to look for, and then we could put any additional language on the website if you have some. But this way, unless you have a problem with this, Tammy and Kathy looked at it and corrected a few spelling issues, but it's basically just saying, if you want to do this, look for it within the next few weeks. It's not available yet, but it will be there. Kind of what this is supposed to be announcing. If it makes sense to you, you don't even have to read it now. If you want to look at it and just tell me if you see any problem with it.
I think it looks good.
Montgomery used
It basically says, well, it's not there yet, should be there on this date, and
Good.
there'll be details there for doing it at the moment. So it says, and I worded this appropriately so nobody would be calling expecting anything. I said, we may add additional options once it's set up and working, enabled, so it could be sooner, could be later. That way I figure, well,
Yep.
no one's going to come in for a dog license on 1st of September and be screaming because we can't do it.
Excellent.
So the wording was that, it like maybe added once this is working. So if it's okay with you, I was going to just print those out and just put one in with every tax bill so people could go looking for this if they wanted to. And we kind of discussed it before, where if you choose to, you can add an account, schedule a payment, do things like that. And it's $1.50 at the moment for just an e-check transfer. And I think postage is now, I put it down here, 78 cents per stamp. So it's really myself, the convenience of sitting on a Sunday night, just paying my bill. I think Georgia doesn't have one yet. They're working on it though, the same company that we're looking at using. So I feel like there might be a few people that use it. We'll find out, I guess. So if that's good with you, that's pretty much all I had. And John, if you wanted some extra legal stuff for the website, the last thing we'll be doing is editing the website
Right.
with this little block with a link, and any additional text can be there. So I told these guys last time you weren't here, just email me if you have something that you want said, then we'll just stick it in there.
We're just trying to cover the town's basis so people understand that this is not run by the town. We have no we accept no liability for anything that happens.
Yeah.
You know, the normal verbiage that you see when people use credit cards online. We don't want someone coming knocking on the door telling us they lost their identity or their credit card information because they used our button.
Well, if you can summarize that however you want.
I'm no lawyer, but yeah,
I'm not either. That's why I would do it myself if
I can try to remember to
Yeah.
summarize that.
I mean, I already put even in this and on the website that
Yeah.
none of the fees are coming to Bakersfield, that all the fees are
I
just
saw
collected
that.
as part of this service that is offered to the town at no charge.
Right.
And they make their money on the service fees, but any additional language we can put on the website when it gets implemented, if it be your will. Thank you.
Change it here, but it might help with John's concern if we made it very clear that in this case, third party, you use that language.
Sure.
Third-party provider or third-party
So
service.
yes, I mean, and I'll run the web text by you again. I just, figure since we only see each other every 4
Month.
weeks or 2 weeks, I can find you in one way or another. But while I'm here chatting about it, if you can just send me any thoughts that you want to be on the website, then when the time comes to ask the woman to change it, at least we'll have that already kind of.
I know you looked at other municipalities' websites and I don't want to delay this. Did you see any other place using the verbiage to protect the town from?
Everybody's pretty
Surprising.
basic. You know, when all is said and done, I mean, the most verbiage was on the Fairfield site, I think that you went to. A lot of them just said, pay here or click here to pay.
Wow.
Paraphrasing,
Wow.
but they were pretty basic. Now, I found 20 places that had this. I didn't look at all the language and stuff, but like Fairfield and Newport and some of the others really didn't seem to have any of that, which doesn't mean it's still not worth having.
Yeah.
I mean that they just maybe didn't think of it.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
That's what I have. If you guys,
Thank you, Tom.
you're welcome. And your property tax bills will be showing up soon.
Are there any other things to be discussed under the consent agenda?
No, sir.
Okay. Visitors,
BCC.
Bakersfield Conservation Commission.
I'm Julie Hill, so. Alice, what? So the conservation, I'm gonna just read what I wrote. The Conservation Commission's been approached by Stephen Cooper. I guess you guys probably know who he is. And his sister Cynthia Kelly, they own a piece of land on Witchcat Road. And they would like to preserve and conserve the 67 acres that they have there, mostly as a nature preserve. It's all undeveloped apart from, there's an old residence that Perry Cooper, I guess that's Stephen's brother. That's where he used to live. And it's basically a very natural wildlife habitat. There is a lot of erosion. There's pretty significant erosion. It's advancing about 25 feet a year towards the driveway and the house. But Franklin County Natural Resource Conservation District and state personnel have been monitoring it ever since. They do a yearly inspection. They put out a huge report. So we have been asked to look into the feasibility of this project for the town. We've already started conversations with the Franklin County Natural Resource Conservation District, Vermont Land Trust, Vermont Housing and Conservation Board. That's just to start with. Just to explore any ideas and any possible funding sources. So we just wanted to let you know that we'd been approached and we're in conversation with Stephen, so.
What do they want from the town?
At this point, I don't really have an answer.
Uh-huh.
We're still just putting our toes in on this.
Okay.
That's why we just want to let you know that they had approached us. And before we went any further, we wanted to let you guys know. I don't think they really need at this point anything from the town,
Okay.
but
Please, as you get updates, keep us
Absolutely.
informed, keep us in the loop,
yeah,
and
Must be the Witchcat Falls area.
It
and
is,
that,
yeah.
I've been talking.
it's beautiful.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
an
It is
absolutely
absolutely
beautiful area.
beautiful.
I
Yes,
went-
Beaver Pond,
I used to camp there when I was
Yep.
a kid.
That's
Yep.
what
I was
everybody
gonna
was
say.
telling us. I went there the first time last week and it's
Yep.
gorgeous.
So this might be a little premature, but Alex, with that organization that landed, I can't remember the name of them, the one that you emailed us about today, that isn't a good fit for.
So I actually attended their meeting.
Yeah, Alex was
about this.
with us.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, Allison, sorry. So I attended their meeting about this and, I plan to help the Conservation Commission locate properties for potentially securing the property, it's still kind of near cost, but, what's gonna need to transpire, but, yeah, I think you were looking into the Winslack Foundation. Yes, I'll say this in a bit, it's not a good fit for the Boundary Mountain project we talked about last time, but it could be potential ask or something if it's not for us, so it's still good. But I'll talk about more about that.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Yeah, okay. I think Alice had a question.
He's getting ready to jack up the ridge pole. He's waiting for a couple pieces of dimensional lumber to support the jacking. They're not presently sawing hemlock, and he's waiting for that. Not yet, no. Not quite in place. He's tested it to see if he can move it. And he, under the test jacking, he moved it up an inch and then thought that he could get 3 or 4 inches, maybe 5. It's 9 inches. It's got a 9-inch sag in the middle. He doesn't expect, if he can get 5, he's going to secure it, stabilize it at that. Once that's done, he's going to start work on the sills.
Okay,
Mhm.
Thank you.
Have a good night. Thank you.
Any other visitors? And then
Alex,
we got grants. Alex.
well, it's a little, grants next month, next meeting, isn't it? Okay.
Yes, I usually come to the second
I
meeting.
was gonna say, I'm kind of confused. Go ahead.
He can't be here this meeting.
Alex Barkley. So yeah, I was looking at my calendar this morning and realized that I'm going to be in Maine for the next meeting. So I figured I would show up tonight because there's been a few things that I've followed up on even since the last meeting. So, but I will send my usual written report next time. So you don't have that in front of you right now. But I just wanted to kind of give you an update on a few things that I've done. One, at the last meeting, we discussed Vermont Preservation Trust Village Trust Initiative.
Mhm.
I did meet with Nicole Grattan, who's the program officer running the program, and talked to her potentially about Brigham Academy and forming a community trust to take on that project. She felt like it was a massive project to, to start a small group and do that, and felt like we might not be able to, with the resources that come with that initiative, be able to complete that project. So she encouraged starting smaller. John, I wish this were around when the group was trying to save the general store, because this would have been perfect for that.
Yeah.
So she encouraged thinking about, the library needing more space. It was really community focused about what do residents need here, particularly in the downtown corridor, a coffee shop, gathering spaces, things like that. Yeah. So, but it's all around, the historic structures as well. So they want to see the development of those. So, if you think about those in town, we've got Brigham, we've got the 2 buildings over here across the way. And I'm not sure what could be done with that. And the deadline's coming up September 5th. So we would need to move on this very quickly. There will be another round next year, as far as I understand it. So we could think a little bit harder as we, enter next year. Lance, you look like you have questions.
Don't we have a coffee tea shop? And not that I'm saying that, I don't want the person who runs the shop to go, hey, they don't even know we're here. Don't we have a coffee tea shop or something over
Tea
connected to Mark
Yeah.
LaRoche's building, right? Yeah.
It was just an
Okay.
example. Yeah.
No, I'm just saying, I don't want them to think that we don't know they're there.
Right,
We
yeah.
know they're there. I just,
Yeah, I mean, some of the others, like successful awardees have done, a drop-in daycare center, or
Wow.
like, they revitalized the building for some storefronts, or, something like that, around economic development, basically. So, that was just an example, not
That's
trying
good.
to encroach on anybody.
it's just, like I said,
I know that the state was gonna be money and then.
Yeah.
Bad shape, so-
I'm on that listserv to get that announcement, and I've seen nothing. I know, and I keep asking Hadley every time I see her, she's seen nothing. And I think it might have fallen victim to some of the federal funding cuts that,
Yeah.
So with that in mind, they're doing that, this organization took another round in.
it'll be around the same time next year. So it'll be probably another September deadline next year.
we've done so much work to that, you know,
Yep.
feels like.
Yep.
Like, too big of a lift.
Yeah, it would need to be something community oriented, like it needs to be a community meeting space or like a
How that
a
design
play
is.
group space or like something like that for,
The design we have for the library is an architectural thing that is, makes includes meeting space and enlarged.
Yep.
kit space. So.
Yep.
There is a.
yeah, potentially. The library would just need to be okay with because you have to form this community trust organization. So the library would need to be okay with that group also having site control of the building. Like, so there would need to be some conversations that would happen.
Sticking with the library for a moment, have we had any kind of update on them with MERP? Oh, well, excellent. Thank you. I jumped that one, didn't I? Okay.
I was gonna say, I don't know. So apparently you guys know more than I do.
I know that you conversed with.
Yeah.
She was invited to this meeting. No, I invited. No, she got it. So essentially, they've got 3 quotes and they are going with Larry Wescombe.
Okay.
Because his include with electrical, he's local. And will be available to help support the system. He says he can have it done. Mid-October, and I need to have a conversation with him about that. Project with his
Project is went to November.
but it sounds like they've done quite a lot of work with that. So,
Okay, thank you.
and they're going with a larger system. Which Wendy explains the reasons behind that in the. I not articulate that as well as she. A larger system.
Yep.
It's in her report, I mean, she's got it. So you can.
So did she run this by the people at MERP?
That's just the report, so that's all I got. That's what we've got.
They're very specific about what they're paying for, I'm just saying. So MERP has a layout, and if you're going to deviate, you have to contact them, come in and approve. I don't remember the increasing of the system in there. I remember them wanting to do the door and some other pieces. I'm just not trying to on the thing. I'm just saying, if this is outside of what MERP designated the money to be for, they need to contact MERP and plead their case. Otherwise, MERP won't pay for it. Possibly won't pay for it.
Writing that down, I will try and,
This is,
yeah, but it's. Right.
and the other thing, when you track them down, find out if they've done anything on the reporting of what they've done for MERP. They have to get on, make an account and report the funds that they're using. Unless it's all gonna fall back on me, which, I mean, I was handling the town side, not the library, but if I have to, I mean, on a stream have to,
Yeah, I would think
I'm
it
gonna be the
would
first choice.
depend on how the state set it up. If it's one grant award to the town, it might all need to go in the same report.
They may. I haven't received anything from the library, so I haven't reported anything.
All right, so jumping forward, we already kind of talked about Lintelak Foundation, which I talked about last time. I did some follow-up with their grant officer. Our question was, do they fund municipalities? By law, they can only provide grants to 501c3 organizations. So we were thinking about the Belvedere Mountain project. So I had a nice conversation with Nikki about that, about the need. Followed up with the foundation. Largely their recreational grants are around non-motorized activities, and also their conservation efforts have been very limited to 2 particular organizations, the Trust for Public Lands and the Northeast Wilderness Trust. So the way that I read the email, and Nikki, you saw it too, was it's not a good project fit for Belvedere Mountain.
Yeah.
But you know, as we just discussed with the Conservation Commission, if there were to be an effort for a nature preserve or a town forest, we might want to keep it in our back pocket as an opportunity to approach them. I think their grants are up to 30,000, so it's not a huge pot of money, but you could probably do quite a bit with a nature preserve with $30,000. And then also related to that project that Julie and Alice just spoke about, I'm approaching the Vermont Housing Conservation Board for them. They have a program that one, they can fund feasibility studies. So if there's any study that needs to be done on the property for what it would take to create the vision that they're going to have for this, that could be a good resource. But they also have a grant program to acquire locally significant lands. And those grants are pretty big. I think it was like up to 200,000 or something like that. So I have a contact there that I met with before. I emailed her last week. Haven't heard anything, but I don't think she's the right person at the Conservation Board. So I submitted an inquiry to them today just to see if anybody else contacts me, and would probably set up a meeting with the members of the Conservation Commission if they want to talk about potential resources. I think it will be of interest to them if they got to see the property, particularly with Witchcott Falls being there.
As an aside, I did forward that information you gave me to Knight Enterprises.
Okay.
I believe it is. So they have it.
Yeah.
If they're interested.
Yep. That was the village trust initiative through Vermont Preservation Trust. Yeah. And then you guys asked me to look into speed signs at both ends of town. So I'm scouring VTrans website. There was a funding program. The last time that they did it was in 2023. So I'm not sure where these funds were coming from, but it was called the Highway Safety Improvement Program. And I think they have small scale awards. So I think that would be great if they would reopen that program. I contacted the email address on the page, I don't know, 2 weeks ago, and haven't heard anything from them. I don't know if we have a good contact at VTrans to reach out.
They lost their federal funding for that.
Yeah. So the other option that I would say is depending on where you want to locate the signs, another go at the bike pedestrian grant source. I know it wouldn't necessarily be at both ends of towns, but I think you'd probably have to situate them like where the sidewalks are and things like that. But I think you could potentially, request something like that, if you can make the case that it would affect pedestrians and bicyclists. Right. And it would be about the same application we did.
Yes.
Yeah. It would be like the same application that we did for the beacons at the crosswalk. Okay. But unfortunately that one's closed and we missed the deadline for that. It's in June every year. So
Finish the last one.
yeah. Well, the application deadline is in June. But we could, if it's still a need next June, think about that for that solution. I think that's it. There's been a busy 2 weeks, I guess.
Do you have a chance to keep running out of all these? Because I'm not.
Yeah.
Trusting that you have a lovely spreadsheet.
I do have a spreadsheet, a master database for each one of my clients that I have. And so I do kind of keep those. The challenge for me is keeping them updated because these deadlines change a little bit. So, even in the case where I think something's going to be due in October and I look at the webpage, I'm like, oh, it's due next week, right? It can be tough like that. Right. Yeah, yes, absolutely. And I'm happy to, at some point in the near future, put together like a schedule. I think I did that last summer too, right after we signed our contract. With my daughter arriving, it's been a little chaotic, but I'm happy to do that for the fall, like maybe looking a year ahead to say, these, 10 might be good to look at, in the near future or based on the need.
Perfect. Thank you.
Yeah. I think that's it.
Thank you very much, Alex.
Thank you,
Thank
Alex.
you for keeping us informed.
Yes.
Of course.
So,
Yeah, just want to move things forward, huh? Yeah, so you'll get a written report from me, my usual report for the next meeting, but I'll be in Maine, so I won't be in front of
well,
you.
have a good time on your vacation.
Yeah, will do. Appreciate that.
Thanks.
It's just my notes, for sure.
Roads. Thank you.
Yeah.
Welcome back to the workforce.
Selectboard.
Only for a few more months.
Yeah.
If. I can't hear it.
Only a few more times, he's thinking.
Yeah.
I might just come over to sit in the crowd. That's fine.
Excavator has not been moved yet, but it's going down to Pudva.
Okay,
We've called Josh and haven't got a reply from him. So
Right.
we're hoping he's either too busy or he can fit us in, but it's
and
it's on the schedule for this week, hopefully.
Yeah.
Other than that, being my first day back, I ain't got a whole lot.
You haven't, you mentioned to me that, I can't remember the truck number. Two, thank you. You're gonna send that down to Valancourt's to have them look at it and see what it's gonna take to
Yeah.
get that operational and ready because, we haven't heard anything about the new truck.
was my next question. You haven't heard anything from,
It's, last I knew it was still
it's
sitting
still
there,
down there waiting.
but somebody, one of the two boys told me today they didn't think it was still there, so it might have got moved, so. And he did, when I called him the last time, say August, so.
Yeah.
This is August.
Yeah.
So I will call him again
Okay.
and put another bug in his ear and
Yep.
maybe something else. But yeah, it's got a grinding when he's shifting, which Lance and I and the boys seem to think it might be an air valve shift
Right.
in
Yep.
that one. The other part is deeper in the transmission, but Jamie said it's very common. He does it all the time, apparently. It's not that expensive.
Oh, good.
So,
Yeah.
By whose standards?
well, you know, how-
People paying it or Jamie who's billing it? I'm just commenting on the,
oh, I know. We'll get numbers before we do that
Right.
part. Right. But I'm hoping for the air shift, because the other one,
yeah,
the original grinding, he was able to plow with all last winter.
okay.
That wasn't a problem, but
Right.
obviously if you want to sell a truck,
Yeah.
when we get the new truck, it probably should be
Working.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or as Lance and I touched base one day, and I think I did with you,
Yeah.
that might be the truck to save if we get it fixed, because you got the new def can,
Right.
you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
it would be a good spare.
Yep.
I think low mileage, I mean, now that you put the money into it, you're never gonna get your money back out of it. I don't
Now the
think.
cans alone were more than what they were offering us, if I
Right.
remember right.
Yeah.
They were.
And the last time I talked with Clark's, they said the way it would work was you buy the new truck, you pay for the new truck. You tell them you want to sell the truck, they'll come up, give you a price, and they will buy the truck from the town after. So it's not like we need to
Okay.
know anything ahead of
Right.
time. That's all I got.
Anything on the paving grant?
I've got two bids. We gotta have three, right?
Right.
Yes.
Okay, we gotta call in the Rocks,
Yeah.
Premier and Hungerford again.
Yep.
And with those three, we have not heard back from. We've got Whitcomb and Pikers that
Okay.
have got bids, but we're still waiting for the third bid.
Well,
If we don't get back.
Yes.
It can still count, yeah.
well, we asked them,
Yeah.
All we have to do is prove that we
reached out.
reached out and asked them for a quote.
Yeah, even if they say they're too busy, that can count.
Yeah.
If they say we're too busy to give you a quote or too busy for the work this year, you can count that.
I'm very
Is my
surprised that
understanding.
Hungerford hasn't
Hungerford
reached back
hasn't.
out, because I talked to them quite a while ago and Brian called them last week and he hasn't heard back. So I'm assuming of course, there again, he'd come up on a rainy day, I would assume, to do a look at it.
Yep.
And we haven't had a whole lot of rainy days.
Okay.
They're paving like.
Question for the
Fancy.
board.
Yeah,
How long does the board think that we should sit on this waiting for a third quote?
By the next meeting?
I guess it all depends on, has there been a savings with any of the other companies he hasn't
Yeah.
heard from compared to the larger companies?
I'll nag him enough that we'll find out by the next meeting.
You're gonna say by the next meeting? We don't have an answer by the next
No,
meeting.
I
How long are we
agree.
gonna wait? We're running out of
Yeah,
time.
we're running out of time, exactly. That's why I closed that.
Yeah, I would say next meeting and then we consider a non-response and answer.
Yeah.
But we should ask them to please just send even if they just send an email going, we're declining it, is really what we need.
This down here, he just sent an email saying, I'm too busy to
Right.
take it on this
Yeah.
year, and we
Yep.
printed it out and that was the third, so.
Counts, right? Perfect.
Wanted me to ask you something about an illumination problem. He said he sent the board a.
Who? Oh,
He did.
he did.
Okay.
Honestly, I forgot about it.
I've driven by and I've looked at the distance. It's across the road.
Yeah,
I wasn't too concerned. I drive up through there at 3 o'clock in the morning and it doesn't bother me.
Is it a motion detector kind of setup?
don't know that.
Like, or is it on constantly?
From point A to point
There's
B, I
one
don't
that's
think
on
he'd be
constant.
shining in. He might be able to look out the window and see the light there,
Right.
but,
All right.
Point A to point B is 100 yards plus.
oh yeah,
Well, then what if it's not for landing planes, it can't be that bright.
that's it.
So, I mean, that's what,
It's just an LED light, I believe.
I have not talked.
I don't know.
Yes.
If they're angry at each other, it could be confrontational then. But I think if it's 100 yards, unless he's got a spotlight beaming at the guy's house,
That's it.
you know.
That's not what it is from what Brian was saying, what Lance and Todd are saying.
Oh, the best thing, I didn't realize we're in charge of illumination and
Shade down.
well, I mean, yeah,
It's something you work out with your name.
Right.
Yeah.
It's not a.
yeah, this is something
Their
that,
official stance on it is the town has no light ordinance.
No, I was just going to say, we don't have.
So
there's
there's no way that we can enforce it at present.
it's her phone. It's her phone.
At this instance.
I mute my phone so that I don't hear it. What's that? Where are you the guy with the wind chimes? Oh, there you go. Then you're okay. It actually is kind of nice. It just blew my mind.
It's off.
There you go. What else?
So is our answer for Brian, because he was looking for some guidance. So our answer is.
I'll let it.
Our answer is that the town of Bakersfield does not have an ordinance concerning lighting.
Neighbors.
And it would be an issue between private citizens.
I'll let him know that in the morning and he can go from there.
Yeah.
I have two that.
You know what? I feel like I'm at church when I
have
ring
two
the
that kind of
bells.
fit in here. I'd like to make a motion that we accept the personnel policy and the road policy that were reviewed and all the changes were sent out. Matt sent me one mistake. Haven't heard from anybody else. I'm assuming everything else is good.
Well,
I'd like
what-
to make a motion, we accept those.
Can I ask what the one mistake was, Todd, real quick? What was the one mistake?
To put the personnel policy and the road policy in place.
Yeah, you said Max sent you one mistake. I'm just asking what it
It's just
was.
a spelling error. or
Oh.
something. Oh, the hours, personnel hours. I had two in there and you said.
Personal days. There
Personal
he put
days.
in 3 and we've been getting 4.
So we made, it just brought it up to what it was
Okay,
currently.
Other than
I'll
that,
second that motion.
Any further discussion? Motion's been made and seconded that we accept our new personnel and road policies. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
I'll get-
Motion passes 4-0.
those up to
I'd
you.
just like to say thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks, Todd.
I'll get those up to Tammy, both the Word version and the PDF version, so they have it
we
at
can
the
get
town
them.
office.
So they have it on file.
And then we'll have to sign them.
Yeah, you have to print out the PDF version.
So.
Signature party.
Thank you.
No problem.
You'll third him. I already thanked him. You're third. Nikki was first. I was second. and you were
I'll
third.
third that. Thank you.
And then the only other one I had for this, at some point, we talked about earlier, job posting.
Yeah, we
were
gotta get
gonna
on
work
that.
On that tonight, but I don't know if we want to maybe wait. We need to go in executive session at some point to discuss the salary portion to post. We had the, yeah. Yeah.
No, the word's out. I feel like this is not something we should put off any longer than.
I agree.
Agree.
So is there a reason why we couldn't go into executive session tonight and see if it might be that we're all right there and it's not an issue?
None whatsoever. We'll do that later. We'll get through the regular agenda first and follow
We have
your
executive
advice.
anyhow for other, we have executive for the legal matters too, so you get them both. You can tap them both.
Okay, on to board business.
On the board business.
Police contract overview and outreach.
No, nothing new. Enosburg's still kind of in a holding pattern right now.
Okay,
We'll put healthcare discussion on here.
healthcare discussion.
I did, didn't I? So I got a phone call from Kathy wondering what healthcare we have in case when we hire this new employee, what we're going with. Right now, we currently have no employees on the healthcare plan. So the question was what we were going to move forward with. And I said, why don't we just use what we used before when Mark was here, which is Blue Cross for the moment.
We chose to go with the last
Right.
time we discussed it, yeah.
Yeah, so I think really the discussion is, are we still all in agreement? It's Blue Cross?
Yep.
Okay, there you go. Thanks for the discussion. There you go, Tammy. You're up to legal. But we're doing that, and we're doing legal and executive. What?
It was platinum, yeah.
Yes, it was the platinum.
What that cost is now, do we know?
13? It goes up every year. I'm thinking it's somewhere around, let's get a price on it. Can we get a price? Well, let's get a price comparison on Blue Cross. Yeah. I think we should.
Okay, I'm gonna skip legal matters.
So
and
hang on one
the
moment.
last.
One moment. Tammy, can you please get us a price sheet for next meeting? Thank you. Thank you kindly. Go ahead, Lance. I apologize.
No problem. As I said, I'm gonna skip legal matters. I'm gonna put it down to last. So update on MERP.
MERP is moving along. I did find out about the roof. So I had asked Jim Billadu, thank you. I didn't want to mispronounce his last name, to come out and take a look at the roof. And Jim said there is nothing wrong with that roof. He said that's how slate roofs are. He says there may be a couple slate that need replacing, and he was supposed to go out and look for us again. I don't know if he ever came out and did. I haven't heard back from him. But he said he does not believe that that roof is in poor shape at all, and
Good.
that we should be able to move forward. Now, I think the other side of it is if somebody goes up into the roof area and just makes sure the current insulation is dry.
Yep.
We can go, we're fine. He says he thinks that roof's gonna last a long time. However,
I think what roofs do usually do.
however, that front porch roof, he said needs to come down. It is in bad shape. It needs to be replaced. I asked him to get a quote for us for it. I, again, haven't heard back from him. I know they're busy, but he said the shingles are shot on it. And he did say that he did mention the flashing. I don't remember if it was on the top. No, that was on the granite on the the granite roof, whatever it is. So okay,
So for clarification, the roof itself or the whole porch roof?
the porch roof needs to be redone.
Just the surface of.
Well, that's he took a quick look. He was
Mhm.
going to go a
Yeah.
deeper dive on it.
Tear the shingles off, put new shingles on.
Okay.
Yeah. And he did say removing the slate roof would be quite expensive, and you cannot
Yes.
put a roof on top of the slate roof. It has to come off.
Yes.
Yeah.
But if it's, you don't need to know.
That's exactly it. We had a couple slates replaced last year, as you know. He said there's a couple missing this up there again. We should get them replaced. Right? So we should get that done. But like I said, I haven't heard back from him. If anybody talks to him, if you can, poke him. Thanks. That's otherwise MERP, like I said, I don't know about the library. But the MERP in the town, if we can get the quotes for the quote, because it's not us getting quotes. Well, if we can get the quote for the insulation up there, we can get that done and move on. I still want to leapfrog it, but just because we're running out of time with the
Fairness.
furnace,
Yeah. We
So-
have $65,000 in the building repair fund.
We thought last meeting, we said we wanted to hold up on that, though. We wanted to do it in the right order.
Yep.
But we were also juggling potential roof here, which the 65 grand wouldn't have covered either. Now we're just waiting for Jim to say he's 100% positive. We don't need to worry about the roof. Sorry, go ahead.
No. Luno property, I thought that was going to be stricken from the board business.
So did I.
However, we do not have Belvedere Mountain on there.
Yeah.
We removed that a while ago because there was nothing happening for,
Is.
now there's something happening again?
Who knows when it stays on there, 'cause
So-
we haven't corrected that yet.
Tammy, please remove Luno. Yes, please.
Are we removing it though? We haven't we haven't given them a
We'll
reply.
put it back
yet.
on when,
Something happens.
something happens.
I think we owe them a reply then, because they did come to this meeting and sat here and did talk to us. Yeah,
Is this the driveway one with the big rock?
we were at least promised to get it back to them with some final determination of what we're gonna determine. I don't, at least what I remember anyway. Yeah,
That's Beaver Pond down that whole one.
we were
Okay.
kind of waiting for Belvedere to find out how that was gonna
Was this the
decide.
guy who
Did
wanted to
you-
go to work himself?
Is that 4-foot culvert? It's still here?
It needs band, but
At one point, we were discussing,
Just
say,
putting that in, yeah.
just putting that in there, giving it to him and he would put it in there,
Yeah,
yeah.
this is the guy who wants to repair his own,
We did agree, you're right, like,
Right.
we did agree that we wouldn't be doing the work.
Right.
We would provide that, you're right, I remember that then.
Well, is there any reason why we can't, it sounds like it's been discussed.
It has.
We're coming close to the end of the season where work can be done.
This
Well,
is
just
a
give them a go.
culvert that. We can't put that culvert in anywhere without a water study.
probably can't either.
No, right,
We can't use that anywhere else.
Right.
It's been 6 years, almost. It's been sitting there. So. If he wants it,
it would be good to at least get back to him, say, here's what we,
Yeah.
we're offering you this is what we've decided is that if you want to put it in, here's a culvert, put it in, but as far as anything we're doing, we're not gonna touch it.
right, it's
I just
nothing to
think
do
we.
with us.
okay, can you reach out to him, Matt?
Have Josh do it, because Josh, one of the two brothers are
Yes.
pretty close.
Yeah.
Okay. Warrants and reports.
I have
are-
plenty of things on those warrants and reports.
Okay,
Hey, let me just ask a question, and because for some reason it's sticking with me and I can't figure it out. What is this? Is this incoming or outgoing? The receipts, obviously.
Incoming.
That's incoming funds, because I don't see,
I didn't, yeah, there was,
it's kind of funny. I don't want to,
That's it.
it's the 3 receipts on the select board order. Pass that down so they can see what I'm talking about. I have a second question in that packet as well, but I just can't figure out what I'm looking at there. Is it, because it's got clerk, a receipt for clerk, it's got receipt from 2 different people, and I can't find the notation on the front page for it.
These ones he said, and I saw the zoning income in the report.
It was in this report, but I don't know if it was on here. I don't know if it goes on here, does it?
But on the select order, that's money going out, I thought, not money coming in.
It's
We don't sign-
clear.
Yeah.
Right, so I don't know why that's there.
Sure.
I don't understand it.
Unless he's, it.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. So he's receiving the fee. She wrote the check for them.
So she gets a zoning income, she gets money off the zoning? Well, that's in there. No, the clerk fees is on there. Well, it's public record for 1,000. And then there's something in there that says zoning,
Looks like a permit fee to me. when I look
but
at it.
it's income. This is for paying bills out, not income. I'm
That's the
confused by
clerk
it.
Fees there.
Right.
We've got-
I didn't think she got a part of the zoning fees.
Yeah, that's Kathy. Yeah.
Oh.
Those look great. Yeah.
11 of that goes to Kathy's work people, and $4 goes to keep the books up, we're in the books. So
Okay.
maybe those are,
That's like $134.
this is. Oh,
Right.
so none of this
Oh, don't worry, it's just a clerk fee. Oh, I see what you're saying.
Finance CF11, she gets $11.
Still the 11.
That's what that is.
That's what that is. Okay.
That makes no.
All right. Cause I'm like, I can't find it on the front sheet. I'm confused by it.
It didn't make sense.
Yeah. I got lost in there. Okay, so my other two things is regarding the phone bills here, and I don't think we're gonna be able to handle it tonight, but we have two phone lines into this building. I'm assuming one has to be a fax. Is that the deal?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
We're paying $35 for a fax line and, or $30 for fax and $30 for communication, which confuses me. The other thing that confuses me is the road commissioner's report has a consolidated bill when they're on Fidium, right? You're on Fidium, you get a consolidated bill and you're paying more for your internet for 300 meg than I am paying at my house for mine. And my phone is $20 a month and you're paying 30 something.
I bet it's because it's commercial versus residential.
It's a business, right? A business,
Yep.
piece. But I'm like, I'm looking at it, I'm like, hey, go pick up the $20 phone thing and save us $10 a month. And and take a look at the consolidate, because it should be from Fidium. Because it's a,
Yeah, we thought-
yeah, I just keep seeing it. I'm just like, we may be tossing money out that we should be
Oh, it's,
recouping.
yeah, every little bit helps.
Yeah.
So what are we saying? That we want to check into our?
Yeah, we need to check into our consolidated account.
Yeah, that-
Yes, sir. We need to check into the consolidated account and find out how they're billing us on both sides of it. Like, I don't understand what a fax line is as much as the voice line is. And check into the consolidated line for the town hall. Check in. Well, this is consolidated in Comcast. Comcast internet consolidated for phones, I guess. That's the way it looks.
Xfinity.
No, consolidated is Comcast. Right. Right. So down at the garage,
Got the Fidium /
Consolidated's billing you. And on that one, we need to look into at minimum, the VoIP, the voice over IP, it's $20 a month. There's no long distance or anything. We're being charged long distance fees and everything else in there. So if we can look into that and find out, or see if we can't get that converted over somehow, it'd probably be better. Max stays there overnight. It's a house. Convert it to a house account. Sorry, go ahead. That's it.
Anything else?
No, it was just those two things.
Planning grant update. As I said, I applied for and it was approved for the first allocation, which is 40% of the total.
We did this.
I was sent and I shared the email with Mickey that it was in the process and that we should expect payment. It will be electronically transferred to our bank account.
Excellent. We're
Road
moving,
crew
we're moving ahead.
journal update, that's gonna be thrown
Later.
into the executive session at the end. Brigham Academy update. I have a couple emails from Jeff Patterson.
Oh, excuse me. Sorry.
Wow. Thanks. Wait, I got a new one. Please see the legal attachments, option agreement, and advise if any adjustments are needed. We're looking forward to working with you and the town to bring Brigham back to life.
Excellent.
That sounds better.
So. Do you want to review that tonight? Or the next
I
meeting?
think we should do it next meeting. I think Josh might want to be here for that.
Yeah, I would say, I agree with
Is
that.
that something you could share with us?
I-
Use it before the meeting? I mean, should we? Would that be appropriate?
Yeah. I don't think so. But that way everybody can be prepared for the next meeting. Okay,
That would be
I will.
wonderful.
After the meeting, I will send that, I'll forward that to you all.
Thank you.
Reviewing there. Okay. There is a Town of Bakersfield highway technician opening,
Oh,
and we'll save that for the executive session.
Yep.
Report from HF Brigham Free Library. 3 of us have read it. Ask that, please, so he can read that. This is. Alex. That's the Village Trust Initiative. Alex reported on that tonight already. That's Max paving quotes. ETI. That's also from Alex, Vermont Trust Initiative. And he reported on that earlier. And that seems to be the end of it for today.
that concludes our broadcast day.
So.
I see next. Cool.
Linda sent us an email. I think today.
Yeah.
Linda was asking, she was talking about the monument committee. That is supposed to be a 5-person committee. We appointed 4, and then we asked Todd to be on it as well from Selectboard. So Linda is also on that, so she's asking if we can move that. She doesn't need to be on it, so we have 4 we appointed plus Todd makes it.
And I gotta set up that meeting next week.
So Linda sent us an email, saying that she is the 6th person on a 5-person committee for the monument.
Had an illegal meeting
Yeah.
and put the group together without putting it out, warning. So she's asking to drop herself off, basically.
Oh, she wants to.
That will leave us with 5 with myself and the 4 other members.
Okay.
So I think, do we have?
I don't think she is, because I said basically to Dan O'Rourke, I talked to him at the last week at the Legion, and he said, I told him what we need to do is have our first meeting and elect the officers of that committee at that meeting, because we need a secretary, you need someone to be the chairman, the vice chair.
So at this point.
So
we
at
need
this
to-
point, I'm gonna schedule the meeting for next week, so I'd wait until we have the meeting and then we'll approve the members at that point. Does that
All
make
right.
sense?
We need to appoint you as a member.
Already did, we did earlier.
Last meeting.
My
We
bad.
don't actually need to do it.
I don't think so.
Yeah,
right now.
See her.
I think so. We have this meeting and I'm gonna get you the agenda to post. Yep.
So. I will respond to Linda's email, just so that she gets it.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, she was here at the last meeting.
Yeah.
So that's-
Anyone want to make a motion?
Well, do we want to do the others first?
Executive Session
Do
to
we-
discuss.
Do we want to do the others first?
Do we have others?
Matters.
I apologize. We have others before we do that.
Oh, okay, I'm sure.
Other subjects.
First off, Belvedere Mountain Road. Yeah, you want to cover what's going on with that real quick?
So the last we spoke before, we talked about putting in those concrete barriers.
Yep.
I think Lance got prices for them. And there was a conversation about how that would,
Happen.
as that seems like a monumental cost.
Yes, and the Bakers were on here discussing that with us at the
Yeah,
time. Yep. And they approved with.
How much were
We
they?
agreed.
they
to.
were opening.
Yeah.
So do we,
$90 a piece. wasn't it?
Yeah, I think it was.
How much?
$90 a piece.
do we?
$1 of fees.
90.
Oh,
Sorry.
How many did we say we need? 6?
What we said.
8?
That was yet to.
That was what we had to go up and measure.
Yeah, we gotta go up and measure.
Yep, that's right.
So the next step in the process is to determine how many we need.
So who will do that? And when,
can we send Mac up there?
I think we should set back up there.
Yeah.
I'll think back, you're a perfect candidate to measure that.
Go ahead, Mike, you can say it.
Look, I'll be so happy. Hey, delegate it. We're sending one of the,
'Cause we're running them from the pin at the foot of the first pins there that we have.
Yeah.
We're running it just beyond where the beaver dam
Yeah.
was, right?
I
We're not
think
going
it's
all the
just
way, we're not
just
going all the
about
way through, right?
First,
Yeah.
outcrop of ledge there.
Yeah.
It's, yeah.
So
yeah.
it's, if I remember right, it's somewhere around 150 feet.
Because it was under 200 feet, yeah. And
How
then
long
it
are
was
these things?
spacing we were gonna leave between was what determined.
They're 6 feet long.
6 foot long?
We can count each one for 8 feet because we'll leave the space in between
All
for
right.
water flow.
And you're saying 200 feet? Is that both sides, 200 total, or is it one side?
It's, I don't believe it's more than 200, but so if you figure 200, that's 400 feet, that's 50 blocks. It's $4,500 plus delivery.
Now, but are we making a channel? There's gonna be blocks on both sides, or are we only blocking?
So they can drive through, they can't go out
Right.
into the other areas, basically. We're showing where the road is,
Right.
basically, with the blocks.
And the town's paying the 4,500?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's that
Class
doesn't
four,
count delivery.
That's not telling the class
It's
four.
$300 a load to deliver it.
And they wouldn't be able to do that with one load either, they'd have to do.
No, we'd have to make a staging area. They'd come up, deliver the blocks, stack them up, and we'd have to come up with a way to get them down into the hole from there.
Excavator or something.
Mac's like, yeah, this is a next year project.
Well, we're not gonna get a crane down in there. They will deliver it with a crane truck.
I just said class 4 road. I said the same thing. It's a class 4 road.
Legally, we have to define the borders of that road.
That was the problem, we don't have it defined, there's no way to really define it.
That's the problem we've got to solve. Bring them up to the staging area with a crane truck.
They said we could use their spot where they go in, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
I-
That's right. That would work.
Yeah. So we're putting guardrails in, I mean, that'd be.
A skidder. They have a rebar hook right in the top of them. So a skidder could close haul them up right up to the top of the winch up here.
That's true, yeah, yeah,
And it
that's true, yeah.
They could
Bring
get
them
down.
and set them, yeah.
But I don't see them handling any more than one at a time.
Oh, it's,
They're roughly 3,500 pounds each. The skidder certainly could handle one. It's just gonna be 40 or 50 trips with a skidder. That's not gonna be cheap. I mean,
Yeah,
I
it's-
can envision this costing us closer to $10,000.
Yeah, this is getting
Getting
pricey. It's getting really pricey.
If they, if $10,000 fine, maybe.
At least.
See if you're on top.
Yeah.
Is it
At
$10,000?
least.
And we justify spending that. If we don't,
you don't have it.
we'll have to wait to find that road.
I think we need to contact some of the organizations that said they would help us with this. They may have some friends that could get a skidder up there. They may not.
Let's ask the easier question.
Do we see this being done this year? We're getting.
You're not getting
No,
that done this
we're
year.
not getting it done
And-
this year.
It's gonna be done.
What's it cost for guardrail?
And there again, you've got to get the equipment down there to set it.
Well, guardrail's easy. You're just sinking log or something in there and attaching a guardrail to it.
Yeah, still gonna have something. Yep.
Well, I mean, I walked it. I wouldn't want to drive over that with a skidder or anything either. I mean, some of that's pretty.
Hey.
It's not a good, there's no good solution. We're expecting, to Mac's point, we're expecting the townspeople to pay 10 grand plus
Yeah.
for a class 4 road that we said we don't service.
I'm just giving information. I'm not saying I agree with it.
I'm just putting,
Yeah.
Just
I think it's gonna be more than 10 grand. I'm saying at least,
Oh, that's so
The low ball.
that's really a low number. You're talking,
Well, that's what, I'll reach out and see what kind of response we get.
If they have that money.
yeah, because I mean, that's for the town who doesn't even use the road. Because people are coming and off-roading up there.
I seriously think that we should consider
Throwing it up.
throwing it up.
I agree.
What do you mean throwing it up?
Discontinuing it as a class 4 road.
Make it a trail.
Stop it at
I
the
say you
top of
drop
the-
a couple trees there. Right across the damn
We can
thing.
buy the 2 blocks to put across. the
We'd be better off to build a small concrete wall than.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to
These
think-
blocks.
Yeah, I just think the blocks are so
A place
much.
where our equipment can handle.
Yeah,
And then having, talking to the neighbors and having them post.
We did talk about that at the beginning of just.
If-
Maybe that's the way
if
to
we-
do it.
Well,
If we down-
Ways to avoid doing it was,
There's some recreation.
Some of these organizations that are using this might have to consider coming up with the money if they want to continue to use.
That's the other, that's what we were just saying.
I think
yeah.
that,
Yeah.
it's spicy.
Right.
This,
Now, if we,
is that road used for anything other? No business purpose, nothing?
It's a legal road, so it has to be open for 1 season.
Right,
use it to
Right.
get to Belvedere with their.
turn it to a trail and call it a day.
The people that use it.
Call the trail and, oh, done. I don't see the town having the stomach. 10, 15, whatever grand it's gonna cost to keep a road, which let's all be honest. The people who are doing the damage, they're just gonna go around the damn things. They're gonna make a new groove and come around it and,
But it's not our problem at that.
So, not, and one of the things, and that I was
Yeah.
thinking about, one of the things we said was, if people don't keep the road, then they'll have to throw it up. So now we're talking about spending $15,000 to $20,000 for 1 season, because then we're gonna have to close it because.
Right.
So.
right, it's a lot of money to put on the
Yes.
town for something we don't use. That's all I'm saying.
I think I'll reach out. Which.
No, I just throw it up. Well, you gotta talk to the state. The state may say keep it a trail, but
They,
if they want it, they can have.
State wants to keep it a trail, they're more than welcome to pay for it. They'll do what they want, as long as they're putting the dime out.
It's kind of the process Enosburg went through with the end of the county road.
yeah,
Yeah.
I can't remember if we can,
I think they threw it up,
completely get rid of it. I think we may have to keep it as a trail.
but it doesn't mean you have to maintain it for the 4
That's
wheels.
correct.
Doesn't mean the trail has to be open.
But unfortunately,
That's right.
it's not going to solve the landowner's problem.
I don't know how we would solve, because honestly, like I said, we drop those blocks, we spend the money, I guarantee you they're just gonna go around it. Because remember when we took the walk up there? They were already cutting off of the quote unquote
Yeah.
road as it was. They were out in the
They-
woods
They'd
tearing
already
it up.
knocked down some of the stakes.
Right.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
The,
it'll just give them a new obstacle to go around, to be honest.
county or state,
So that.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sorry,
Skinner
I
Hill.
meant Skinner Hill Road.
Yeah, county roads, no, because that guy went through.
My
the
bad.
field.
Do we have to reach out to our neighbors on the other side of that road? Belvedere,
Belvedere.
yes.
Yeah.
They're on the other side. Do we have to?
No, it would just go to, it's like Enosburg throwing up county road. It just goes to where Bakersfield Road starts. Bakersfield owns from there on. Enosburg doesn't have anything now.
All right, just trying to make sure we cover our bases. The only other I had, if you're done, the only other I had was coming in, I noticed on the wall that the entire office is closed the week of Labor Day. No, well. So we have nobody in this office if somebody needs something those days. That's insane. All right. All right. But we have an assistant town clerk, right? I'm just saying, we could keep the office open. Wow.
You're right.
The good news is we have the ability for people to be able to pay their property taxes online, so. it's-
Yeah.
They won't be. First week.
Excellent.
I think if it's advertised and.
Yeah, no, well, I haven't seen it. Is it on the crier? I didn't see it on the crier. I missed it.
Yeah, it's all.
Okay,
Yep.
all right. That's all I have. man.
Any others?
Now you can
Moving
make your
on.
motion. Now you can make your motion, Todd.
I make a motion, we go into executive session to discuss the personnel issue and the legal issues.
There you go.
He seconded.
She seconded it.
Motions, any further discussion? Motion's been made and seconded.
Me.
There we go into executive session. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? None.
Aye.
Time is 8:14.
There we go. Let me stop the recording as soon as I can find it. Just sit still. La la la, no one say anything because I can't see the. Hang on a second.
Make a
Back
motion that
Lance.
we come out of executive session.
I'll second that.
Motion's been made and seconded. That we come out of executive session.
903.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Passed 4-0. Time 9:03.
I make a motion, we adjourn.
Seconded.
I have a question.
Oh,
I am sorry.
Oh, no, I'm.
But I have for tonight's meeting.
Yep.
I have select board members. We have a email from Robert Heeman.
who?
Heeman, you said?
Yeah,
I've heard
HEMOND.
the name, yeah.
Could you please give me the names and phone numbers of the Bakersfield select board members? I would like to speak with someone about some issue that I'm having. And I don't know who Robert.
I would,
is or-
we talked a little bit about that before the meeting, and what I would suggest is invite them to come to a meeting as a guest or give them our emails.
So Tammy, would you please contact him and invite him to the next meeting?
Or he could send it.
Or send it.
Bullet email to his.
I just don't want to give out that.
Yeah, that's their contact, but you're invited to the next.
And you would forward that. to us.
Who is he, Tammy?
Please
Is he a town resident?
forward message individual, please.
Yeah.
Okay. All right,
Right, thank you, that's all I have.
make a motion, we adjourn.
Seconded. Nikki.
It's 9:04.
Simultaneously.
Everybody,
Aye.
all those in favor,
Aye.
so be it.